Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian Kingsbury. Today I thought it would be fun to do another what sold video. This is where we go on eBay.com to search by keyword. We see how many items are out there, see how many items are selling, see how many are selling over $100, and then of course we look at the top selling items. Today I thought it would be fun to get into that holiday spirit by doing a search for keyword Christmas wreath. Alright, there it is. We went to eBay.com, we searched Christmas wreath, and it is showing 77,000 results, keyword Christmas wreath. Here's a fancy wreath that's listed for $375. Here's one of the Grinch trying to crawl through the door, and this one is listed for $34.90 to $39.99. Here's one with Jesus and Mary right there on your front door. It's only $7.95. And look at this cute little Santa gnome. Little Santa gnome wreath, only $10.79. So as you can see, there's a lot of fun wreaths out there. 77,000 are actually listed, but what we're interested in finding out is how many of those are actually selling, right? Christmas is fast approaching and people are gonna get a wreath for their front door, and we want to know how many of those are actually selling. Is it a market we want to get into? And what is actually selling? So let's take a look at the solds. So to find out how many of those 77,000 wreaths are actually selling, we go over to this show only section on the left hand side of eBay, and we hit this sold items box. Click that box and it'll show us how many have sold in the last 90 days. Alright, there you see it. Our Christmas wreath search shows that only 4,500 of the 77,000 listed have actually sold in the last 90 days. 4,500. So obviously that's a horrible sell-through rate with 77,000 listed and only 4,500 sold. It's probably not a category you want to be listing in. Unless you have something really unique that sells over and over again, that's a terrible sell-through rate and really not a great category to sell in. Of course, that being said, I am still a little bit curious about what is selling. Let's go ahead and take a look anyways. Here's a Merry Christmas wreath that sold for $10.15. Of course, that's going to cost you $52.58 to ship that to your house. Here's another Grinch wreath that sold for $45 with free shipping. And finally, here's a Harry Potter inspired wreath that sold for $155. So as you can see, there are still some wreaths that are selling for over $100, and that's what we want to find out. We want to narrow our search and take a look at those wreaths that are selling for big bucks. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's narrow our search to wreaths selling for over $100. So here's a look at the chart for the available inventory. As you can see, most of the wreaths are listed for cheap, but there are still some that are listed for a little bit more money, and that's what we're interested in finding out. And what we're going to do is we're going to narrow our search. We're going to go up here to this price section, and in that minimum box, we're going to type in $100. That will give us all the wreaths selling for over $100. Let's do that now. We got the 100 in there. We click this little arrow, and it brings up all the wreaths over $100. Alright, there you see it. Only 177 of the wreaths sold on eBay have actually sold for over $100. There you see it. So what we're really interested in finding out is what are the wreaths? What do they look like? You know, these wreaths that are selling for big bucks. Maybe we'll see one out there when we're sourcing items this Christmas and we think, should we pick that up? You know, is that a big money wreath? It looks pretty cool, but can it get me a reasonable amount of profit? Is it worth buying and putting online and selling and packing up? You know, obviously those are not easy to ship those, but it is still possible, and there's got to be some profit to be made. So we're going to look at a few that have sold for big money, and I'm going to share those with you. Let's take a look. So I think we're going to start here with this wreath that I showed you earlier that sold for $155. This one is a 24-inch Harry Potter inspired Christmas wreath for front door with lights. And it sold, there you see it, $155. $24 a ground shipping on top of that. And that's kind of an interesting idea. They got some toys that they put to the wreath, and they really made it look nice. There you can see some of the toys. all Harry Potter inspired toys. So it has a theme. So some of these themed wreaths can do really well. And if you got enough toys, or you can find enough to make them look special, you know, the ultimate Harry Potter fan will probably want to put this up on their door. And here is a case where they spent $155 to do that. There you see Harry Potter, and they had a nice bow on it as well. So a nice looking wreath, $155 for that one. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through these and pick out a few that catch my eye. Maybe it'll give you guys some ideas about the type of wreath you want to put on your door this Christmas. Or maybe it will inspire you to make your own wreath. Let's take a look at a few more. So as we said, there were only 177 that sold for over $100, so there's not a lot to go through, but this one caught my eye. This is a vintage Christmas ornament wreath, a pastel, retro, mid-century, shiny, bright deer, and it's 19 inches, and it sold for a whopping $324 and $38.50 FedEx shipping on top of that. So you can get a good idea about how they're going to ship these and what you're going to look for in order to make that big money. $324 for this one. Let's take a closer look. There you see they went with the pastel colors, as you saw in the title there. They put pastel, they put retro, mid-century also, little angels, all bright colors. Christmas shiny they put in there, bright, and supposedly it has a deer. Have you guys spotted the deer yet? There it is. They got a little deer in there with some pine cones. So they really went the extra mile to make this one look special, and that's why they got that $324 using all those vintage ornaments. So maybe you have some vintage ornaments. Maybe they could even be broken on the backside, but if you put them onto a wreath like this, nobody would know, right? So they got this all looking sharp and shiny and bright, and it sold for $324. Wow. So of course the themed wreaths are always popular, and this next one caught my eye. It was a Disney themed wreath, and it went for over $100 as well. Let's take a look. Alright, here you see it. This is a Disney Christmas wreath. Here it says Disney Christmas wreath with 50 LED lights, 26 inch, 66 centimeters. This one is coming to you from Great Britain. There you see they got $91.97, which is $118.45. And this one internationally sold. So there you see it. Got Mickey, Goofy, Donald, and two Mickeys it looks like. Or is that Minnie? I don't know. Let's take a closer look. I think that is Minnie. Let's see if we can get these photos to come up a little bit better so we can take a closer look at this one, get a real good look at how they put this together. It looks to be, oh, it's in a box, so maybe this is a Disney themed, Disney branded wreath, and so maybe they didn't make this one, they just came straight out of the box. They got like a ton of the same picture. I'm going through these, you can see on this left hand side, look at this, they used all the pictures. I'm going through them trying to look for some fresh photos, and they just put the same photo in there 24 times, or however many, 13 times it looks like. So there it is. That's all you get to see. The four characters on there. It looks like Goofy, Donald, Mickey, and Minnie. So a Disney themed wreath, $118.45. So as is the case with most items that sell on eBay, the more unique and the more original items are, usually the more money you can get for them. So we're kind of looking for a few of those unique and original wreaths that we can show you that maybe you can think about creating or buying and flipping for big money. Let's go ahead and see if we can find another one for you. Alright, so this next one definitely caught my eye. It's definitely unique. It's definitely original. It is a vintage, a wooden Christmas holiday wreath, kitschy, heirloom, unique, oak, and it sold for $375. Looks like $75 USPS priority shipping. That seems a little lofty, but $75 to ship this one. It is a lot of wreath. It probably weighs quite a bit, so maybe that is an accurate quote. But look at this. All these toys put together in a beautiful wreath. It took someone a long time. Look at that little grandma swinging from it in the middle. And interesting little concept here, taking all these little wooden toys, wooden Christmas holiday toys. They're also saying these are vintage, so these might be old Christmas toys. They all put them together into this wreath you could put on your door. Interesting idea. You could do this with, you know, broken toys, or just getting a nice lot of vintage toys and put this together and earn yourself $375. That's how much this one sold for. $375 with $75 shipping, so a big money wreath for sure. So you guys are probably wondering by now, those are some expensive wreaths, but what are the most expensive wreaths sold on eBay the last 90 days? Well, we're going to answer that question for you. We're going to look at the top 10 real quick and give you guys a look at what are the most expensive wreaths sold on eBay. Let's take a look. At number 10 on the list of the most expensive wreaths sold on eBay the last 90 days is this. It is an Anthropologie Light Up Gondola Wreath Christmas Holidays Flocked Whimsical, brand new, sold for $355.32. There you see it, branded Anthropologie, so keep an eye out for this one. This one did sell multiple times. They just have two pictures, that picture and that picture right there. So that's all you get to see for this one. Number 10 on our list, $355.32. At number 9 on our list of the most expensive wreaths sold on eBay the last 90 days is this. It is an antique Nona Holly Christmas wreath, large, and it sold for $291 with 7 bids. It sold at auction, $291 with $99.20 shipping on top of that. There you see the original photo. Looks like a shot of the box. Let's see what it's inside this box. They're really selling this box. They got multiple shots of the box, the vintage Noma box. And there's another one, and another one. And there is the actual shot of the wreath. So there it is. It's a vintage one. It doesn't look like much to me. Nothing special, but good enough to earn $291. Sometimes these vintage wreaths are what people want. They want to harken back to their childhood, and they remember with a wreath that they had back in the day. And that's what this one probably is. I don't see a date on this, but there you see it. Antique Nona Holly Christmas wreath. So it's made of holly. There you see it. And pretty cool little idea. $291, number 9 on our list. They got plenty of photos. There it is, the Merry Xmas spell out, and you get a close-up of the wreath. They really went through it with a lot of different photos of this one to make sure you knew what you're getting. Number 9 on our list, the antique Nona Holly Christmas wreath. So at number 8, 7, and 6 is not an actual wreath, it is garland. It came up when you searched Christmas wreath, and that's what we're seeing here. 8, 7, and 6, we're going to call it garland. Let me give you a look. So there you see it. At number 8 is this 6-inch pine garland with red ornaments and berries, sold for $391. At number 7 was this. It is that red berry garland, and it sold for $393. And at number 6 is this 9-inch lighted hanging LED twig garland, sold for $395. So as you can see, you don't even have to have the whole wreath. Even just the garland to make the wreath can be quite a bit of money. There you see 3 examples of garland selling for over $300, which means we've made it to the top 5. Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, please take a second to hit that like button. Give this video a big like as we count down the top 5 selling wreaths. So at number 5 on our list of the most expensive wreaths sold on eBay was this one. It is a 10-inch cedar wreath that sold for $398. Not much to show that one. I clicked the link and it opened up to a different page, so I'm not sure why, but that one was number 5 on our list. $398 for that one, a cedar wreath, 10-inch. At number 4 on our list of the most expensive wreaths sold on eBay the last 90 days was this. It is a Mackenzie Childs Tartastic illuminated wreath with box, sold for $360. Looks like $39.72 shipping on top of that. Let's take a quick look at this one. The Mackenzie Childs Tartastic illuminated wreath with the box. So let's take a closer look. There you see it in the box. They'll get it to you in good shape. Pack it in there nice and neat. There you can see a little Santa in there, a little Santa character holding a tree and a dog in the other arm. And some nice ornaments on this one. Some pine cones, some berries. Definitely a well-constructed wreath, and there it is, number 4 on our list, $360 for that Mackenzie Childs Tartastic Illuminated Wreath with box. So at number 3 was one that we already saw. We took a look at this one. This was one that caught my eye. It caught my eye for a reason. It was the third most popular, most highest selling wreath on eBay. Let's take a look again. Here it is, number 3 on our list of the most expensive wreaths sold on eBay was this one. It was the vintage wooden Christmas holiday wreath, kitschy heirloom unique oak. We looked at this one earlier, $375 they got for this one, with $75 shipping on top of that. We went through it earlier, so we won't go through it. We'll go through it kind of fast here. But there you see a little elephant on there. We can look for some detail. There's so much to see on this one. And we saw Grandma hanging from the swing already, and all kinds of fun little characters on this one. You can see all kinds of vintage ornaments. It's a great idea for something that you could do. It definitely would take a while to put something like this together, but $375, it might be worth sitting down and gluing some old toys together, right? Old wooden toys, you got a box full of them. You can make $375 wreath and make it to number 3 on our list. There it is, the vintage wooden Christmas holiday wreath. Alright, that was number 3, which means we made it to the top 2. I want to thank everybody for watching thus far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this video. You'll give it a like and you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I do these what sold videos quite often, kind of as a way to educate myself and others about the top selling items on eBay. So if you're into that sort of thing, consider hitting that subscription button once we count down these last 2. Let's take a look at number 2. At number 2 on the list of the most expensive Christmas wreaths sold on eBay the last 90 days is this one. It's a new Sweet Savannah limited edition cookie Christmas wreath, sold out. There you see it. There's no more of these because they sold out. This one sold for $589.99. It looks like $85.17 to ship this one, filled with cookies. Look at that. You get a little meal, a little snack right there. I wonder if you can eat those cookies, or are they just decoration? I don't know. This one is sold out. It says out of stock, but was good enough to make it to number 2 on our list. The new Sweet Savannah limited edition cookie Christmas wreath, sold out, $589.89, number 2 on our list. Alright, the moment you've been waiting for, we made it to number 1. What I want to do is have you guys put in the comment section which one of these wreaths was your favorite. When you're done watching this, you see number 1 on the list here. You're going to want to type in the comment section which one is your favorite. Was it that wooden toy wreath? Was it that Disney wreath? Or maybe it was one of the others we showed you. This next one, it made it to number 1. It didn't excite me too much, but it was good enough to make it to number 1. Let's go ahead and take a look. At number 1 on the list of the most expensive wreaths sold on eBay the last 90 days is this. It is the Northern Canadian Pine size Christmas wreath, 8-foot multicolor lights. It sold for $800.49. Tack on shipping, free shipping on this one. No additional shipping charge. $849. They ship it right to you. And this one is the Northlight Canadian Pine size Christmas wreath, 8-foot multicolor lights. So this is a big one, 8 feet. It has all the lights, and it is made of Northern Canadian pine, right? I'd imagine it smells fantastic. The spruce approved, there you see it, spruce pine, and very nice looking wreath, but $800 for this one seems like a bit, but that someone paid it. Number 1 on our list, the Northlight Canadian Pine size Christmas wreath. Alright, there you have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this what sold video, taking a look at the Christmas wreaths out there, how many are selling over $100, and then looking at some that sold for over $100 before we counted down the top 10 selling wreaths. Be sure to get in that comment section and put your favorite wreath. And if you like this sort of video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up on your way out to give this video a big like, get in front of a few more eyes, get me a little closer to monetizing my channel. I've been chasing that monetization for quite some time now, so it would be nice if you guys subscribe to the channel, ring that notification notification bell and join the adventure. These what sold videos come out quite often. I do a lot of them. There's a folder if you want to see more, but I thank you for watching this one to the very end. My name's Brian Kingsbury. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. So as is with the so as is with the so as is with the so as is with so as is with the